Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to another episode of Papa Keith's Kitchen. Well, today, believe it or not, it's over 40 degrees outside, but I heard that by tonight we're supposed to get another winter storm, but it took away a lot of the snow. But I see the deer are out there this morning. They were eating the grass that was out there. There's 4 of them. I don't think they know that it's deer season. If I was them, I'd be hiding. They'd end up in somebody's freezer. I went up to Sonny, my boys, there yesterday, and he gave me some of his venison. 2 packages of sausage and some venison steak. I'm going to have that for some lunch one of these days. Well, today, that's enough gabbing for a second. Today I'm going to attempt to make something I haven't made in a very long time. I'll have to refer to my recipe notes here once in a while because I forget things. But what we're going to do is we got to make up the batter that goes inside. So you'll need about 7 cups of this powdered sugar. Okay, I'm going to dump in, there's about 3 there, 2 to 3, I don't know. We'll get it right here. I'm going to add that in. Next, you got to have some peppermint. I got 3 teaspoons of peppermint in here. That emulsion works better if you got it, but I don't have any, so use what you got. And if it's not peppermint enough, you can always add more to it. And the next thing I want to do is add 4 tablespoons of butter to it. I got to find one of those dinghies here. Here it is. See if I can get 4 of them tablespoons out of this dish. Now that should be room temperature on your butter. Sometimes I put it in the microwave for about, I don't know, 15 seconds. That's more than enough. And put it into a bowl because you know it still might be melting a little bit. You don't want to get it all over the place. Get things dirty. This is kind of an easy recipe. I mean, it's not anything complicated. It's more complicated is I don't have one of those double boilers to do my chocolate, so I'm doing it in a crock pot. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I'll have to invest in one of those one of these days. So I got, I got that and I got that. Oh, the next one you want 14 ounces of condensed milk. The sweetened condensed. Now they sell a bunch of different brands. You can get the ones that even look a little bit whiter than this one, but you know, I buy the cheaper ones because I like to save money. Let's see if we can get that in there. Going to need the thingy again here. Pour that all in there. What you want to do is try to make up a consistency that's like Play-Doh. And if that comes out all right, what we're going to do is we're going to, after we mix this all up and test it out and see how it's going to be, we're going to take and refrigerate it for 15-20 minutes before we try to make the balls to make your peppermint patties, the inside. So we got that in there. Scrape out the rest of that. Never want to waste anything because when they say there's 14 ounces in a can, they're usually short about a half an ounce. Those bags are always getting smaller and smaller all the time. But you're paying the same price as the old-fashioned big ones. Speaking of old-fashioned, I'm going to be making some old-fashioned fudge for Christmas time and some, you know, I'm going to do it the grandma way and some peanut butter fudge. What else do I want to make? Maybe I make some Christmas cookies. I don't know. Depends how I feel. So I'll get rid of this can. Now I need the paddle, I guess, for this one. Check my notes, make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, looks good. So we want this on. Now I haven't added all the powdered sugar yet because I don't know. We'll see how it looks and we'll just keep adding to it. We'll kick it up on the low gear. This is the boring part where you gotta wait for it to get done. Mix her in. Off there for a second. Add some more powdered sugar. As you can see right now it looks more like a frosting, and you want it beyond that frosting stage a little bit. We'll put some more of this in. You may not need all 7 cups. That's why I don't add it all at once. And kick that back down. I'm beginning to like this new Vizio or whatever it is. Check my crock pot. Definitely a slow melt, that's for sure. Looking good. You want it almost like a dough, not a deer. All right, we'll need some more. Ooh, I think I did that before too, didn't I? If you're watching. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be tasty, isn't it? Mmm. You know, once you get them patties out of the refrigerator, I take an ice cream scoop. And so they're all the same size. And I'm going to put them onto parchment paper, onto a pan. And take something flat and flatten them all out. Then I'm going to put them in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And then when I take them out of the freezer, I'm going to take and hopefully by then I'll have some good melted chocolate. You'll take a fork and you'll pick one at a time up and dip it into the chocolate. Then put it back onto the parchment paper. And that's all it's supposed to take. But let them set up. Should be good. Here we go again. I'm going to add a little bit more peppermint. I can taste it, but I like it strong. That'll give it some kick. Ooh. You get that peppermint on your fingers, it feels like aftershave lotion. You know, that Acrobelva we used to put on our hair to make it smell good. Of course, I worked in the barn milking cows. They didn't care. They didn't wink at me or nothing. Got rid of some of that barn smell, you know. And touch more of this. I know I'm a little fussy here, but I like to get it the right consistency to make sure it's going to work all right. And away we go. Yeah, that furnace kicked on. It always does when I'm turning the pin. I'm surprised I haven't used all much fuel this year. I just looked at my tank and I filled it up last spring and I still got 3/4 of the tank of fuel. That's not bad. I burn regular fuel oil out here. Some people say you can't do it, but I do it. Hasn't froze up yet. I got my filter on the inside of the house instead of the outside. That way it filters it and comes out of the filter. It's all nice and warm when it hits the furnace. Second gear. Yeah, just like dough. But I'm still going to use a little touch more. I think that was about 6 cups. Usually they call for 7, but I don't think it's going to take 7 cups. Sticky too. Wonder how it would taste if I add a little bit of maple syrup to that. But that Sonny, my boy there, came up and drank it all, so I don't have any left. Can't wait for sugaring to start, so I can go out to these sugar houses and get some good deals on some good old Vermont maple syrup. I like using the real stuff in my cooking. That's good. I just want to scrape these sides down. Make sure there ain't nothing on the bottom. Oh yeah. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Be back later when it cools down where I can get my ice cream scoop out. Talk to you in a little while. Papa Keith's back working on these peppermint patties, and I'm to the stage now where I'm going to dip these little pucks I made. Now I made 3 trays of these, and these I just took out of the freezer. I froze them. And this is like a fondue pot down here. It's keeping the chocolate melted. So what you simply do is put this on a fork. There's no easy way of doing this, and you're bound to get chocolate on your fingers. And it's okay to lick it off. Give it a good dip and let it drip. Try to Shake off all that excess chocolate that you don't need. And as you can see, I'll put it back on the pan. Because what I'll do is I'll throw that back into the freezer. I'm ready to do another one. Give it a good dip. Let her drip off. Takes a little while for the chocolate to melt. I was trying in a crock pot, but that didn't work out. So this little fondue thing, or whatever you call it, it seems to work okay. I don't know what this one's called. It's a Wilton. They're about $38 for a small pot. You can see. There's another one. Another dip into the chocolate. We're just like that Willy Wonka's chocolate factory here. Right in business. Well, I went out for a spin there this morning. The sun was out, and you don't see much sun in the wintertime, so I took advantage of it. And I like to take pictures of the trees with the shadows, you know. Some old stone hedges. Got quite a few of them. Took some more video. Yep. Get me out of the house when I can get out. Driveway's all cleaned up good, so. The reason I freeze these is that they set up a lot better when they're cold like that. Of course, once they're set up good, you don't need to do. You can just leave them out on the counter. I like them a bit chocolatey, so I could stand here and let it all drip off more and more, but what the heck. Tastes like a candy bar. Another one here. What's good about it, after this sets up, you can take all that chocolate that's left onto the parchment paper that I put on there, and you can put it right back in the melting pot. Then when you let your melting pot cool off, you can break all that chocolate right back out and repackage it and use it later on for another project. So you're not going to waste anything. Of course, I'm sure that a lot of folks who have chocolate around the house ain't going to go to waste anyway. Yeah. Don't those look delicious? Got a really nice peppermint flavor to it. I think these are better than the store-bought ones, actually. I already did one tray, and I got one more frozen tray to do. Get it while it's hot. Okay, that one's done. I'll put this in the freezer and take out the last one. Now this one has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Has 15 of them on this tray. So that stuff made quite a lot of them. That batch of peppermint stuffing. Hopefully I got enough chocolate to finish it all here. If I don't, I'll have to melt some more. But anybody can do this. It's not that hard to do. I buy the melting chocolate. It's you can get them in the 5-pound bags. They come in a bag like this. I don't know. These here are Merkins dark melting wafers. Actually, I bought a couple bags of them, and they don't spoil. You can keep them around for quite a while. These wafers are ice cold. That's what you want. As soon as that chocolate hits them, it sets up just like an ice cream cone. You know, like those casings on a fudge bar, or what do they call them? I don't know. That outside coating. The old pharmacy that we had here in Johnson, it was they had hot chocolate dip. You could dip your ice cream cone right in it, and it was Mabel C. Mays of Johnson used to run that. And after school, all of us would run down there to get Coke. Coke was 5 cents, and you could get an ice cream, 1 scoop for 5 cents. And they had a nut machine where you could buy bagged nuts by the bulk. That's back when they used to have the real Coke, you know. I think they put that stuff in that to keep all the kids from being too hyper, I don't know. Or maybe it made them a little wild. We might just have enough here to do them all without having to melt anymore. Getting there. I need to do 4 more. It's like scraping the bottom of the paint barrel here. Good tasting chocolate too. Yummy, yummy. And I'll unplug this so it'll cool off, and then I could get the rest of that chocolate out of there. So what do you think? See that? So that's the bottom. The top. Nice and set up. Got little edges on the sides there. You can just break them off and reuse them. Yep, they're all set up, really in good shape. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of making peppermint patties. Like I say, it's not hard to do. They come out really delicious looking. Yep, and the taste ain't bad either. So until next time, this is Papa Keith signing off. Talk to y'all later.